Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I'm so excited to share with you fragrances I have worn over this spring season. We've got quite a bit to cover, so let's get right into the video. Spring fragrance tray, and I've changed some stuff up since the last one I did. Instead of like pulling out the body lotion and cream and mist, I'm only going to show you the mist for my body care. But no, if it comes in like a mist, I also have it in the other ancillary products to go with it. One of the first things that's sticking out, it's also the biggest bottle, Kenzo Flower. Oh my goodness, a beautiful powdery fragrance. It makes me so incredibly happy whenever I wear this, and it's also a really good layering piece. I have to say, there's a perfume I layer this with and it is an incredible combination, but I also love wearing this on its own. And if I'm going to layer it with a body care product, Japanese Cherry Blossom, a really beautiful layering combination. Powdery, the little floral, almost like creamy you but better type of smell, and I love it so much. Speaking of layering Kenzo Flower, I have to mention YSL Paris Eau de Toilette, released in 1983. And if you look up the notes, it is just a list of florals and it's so beautiful. It is the most beautiful powdery bouquet I have ever smelled, and I have a subscriber who mentioned this is one of her all-time favorite fragrances, and it's so beautiful. I can see why this has been a favorite. Such an incredible fragrance. And I don't feel like there's a lot of fragrances like this on the market anymore. YSL Paris and Kenzo Flower, they are just really beautiful powdery fragrances, and I love powdery fragrances. They make me feel so comfortable and fresh. It's just so comforting. With my YSL Paris Eau de Toilette, I also love layering with it the Japanese Cherry Blossom. This also works really well for Kenzo Flower. Lovely Dreamer Winter 2023 semi-annual fragrance. Soft, powdery scent. A little bit of musk. Also a lot of iris. Let's see. Fragrance notes of fluffy white musk, clean woods, white iris, and fresh bergamot. Bath & Body Works does Glossier you but better kind of scent. And I did not mention the notes, but for Japanese Cherry Blossom, notes of Japanese Cherry Blossom, Asian Pear, fresh mimosa petals, white jasmine, and blushing sandalwood. That makes me think of another perfume I have just fallen so in love with. I love it so much, and I was so excited for this release that I created an entire video to just talk about this fragrance. Narciso Rodriguez for her Musc Nude. Can you see the dent I have made on this new release? Don't know what to wear in the morning, put this on. Don't know what to wear before bed, put this on. Just want to feel cozy and comfortable, put this on. Powdery floral with a really beautiful creamy sandalwood base. Calming, enveloping, and cozy. Canadian spring has just been so chilly, and I've been really loving these. Warming without being like a heavy vanillic scent. Keep you feeling warm and cozy without feeling suffocated on those days that it did reach into the upper teens. Teens by in like Celsius teens. That in Fahrenheit is like upper 60s, low 70s. Speaking of vanilla, one that I have in my tray that I also had last month is Montblanc Signature. Powdery vanilla, really comforting. It's a little bit, it's gonna be a really nice soft skin sit, but you can build up to have a nice projection. You want to top it up throughout the day, but you don't want to add the fragrance over it again. I love this. This is the Sol de Janeiro Delícia Drench scent, Cheriosa number 59. Share the warmth of a sunset with uplifting notes of vanilla orchid, sugared violet, and sheer sandalwood. It's everything the notes say. It's creamy, powdery, and it's comforting. A beautiful, joyous scent, and it's lived in my bag most of the spring season because when I'm out and about, I like to top up with this one. It's really good. For a body mist, it lasts really well. I did use another Sol de Janeiro this season, just trying to get my feelings to see if it's something I want to keep around, and I'm still mixed. I haven't answered any of my questions. Sol de Janeiro Cheriosa 68 Beija Flor. One of those scents very much like Ariana Grande Cloud. A lot of people said was similar to Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. I have mentioned on my channel I've purchased Baccarat Rouge 540, the original Eau de Parfum and the Extrait, and neither of them wear well on my skin. It smells so beautiful on so many other people, but on me, it's just this very interesting scent that's not pleasant. It reminds me of like an insect repellent, and I don't enjoy it. Ariana Grande Cloud just really didn't excite me. And this one, I can't quite tell you how I feel. It's one of those scents that makes my husband feel ill. It's a little overwhelming to him. If I do one spray of the body spray and put it with like an unscented lotion, it's okay. But if I pair it with the Sol de Janeiro Beija Flor body cream, it is a very overwhelming experience that makes me feel a little nauseous. I have to actively want to reach for it. It's more so, let me try it out today to see if I like it more than I did last time I wore it. I don't know. It's one of those things I've thought about giving away, thought about partying with, but then I'm like, what if I miss it? So I keep hanging on to this. Maybe one day I will enjoy it more than I currently do, but as of right now, it's just okay. And it's worth mentioning, this is my second bottle of this one. The first one I went through pretty quickly trying to figure out how I felt, and I saw if I sprayed more, maybe I'd like it more. No, less is more with this one. The second bottle, it's been with me for about a year now, and I don't know. Next, we have a very special perfume, and this perfume was like my introduction into true niche perfumery. MDCI Le Ravissante, fruity, floral, slightly vintage powdery facet that I enjoy fragrance. Such a beautiful experience. Perfume that I just cannot make up my mind on my feelings, but I did find a layering combination that makes this stand out even more. YSL Montblanc Intensément. It's like a slightly more intense Montblanc, so you get a really beautiful fruity floral scent. It's something that I like for party occasions, but I find it also works really well during the day when you spray it a little bit more conservatively. I like it best when I layer it with Bath & Body Works Champagne Toast. I ran across it one day on Pinterest and I tried them together, and it is a beautiful layering combination. Pretty sugared, fruity scent. Layers so well with Montblanc. With a name like Intensément, I would expect this to last a little bit more, about 4 to 5 hours out of, and then I need to refresh it throughout the day. Overall, for a party going out, it's nice. I have put quite a little dent in the bottle, but I don't know. It's one I enjoy, but I don't see myself repurchasing. One I wore just the other day, Chloé Nomade. This is one, when I first purchased it, I really loved it. It's interesting. I love the scent out of the bottle. If I do 1 or 2 sprays on, it's okay, but my issue then is it doesn't last that well. So then I spray more, and there's something about this. If I exceed more than 4 spritzes with this bottle, it gives me one of the worst scent related migraines. I can't handle it. I really enjoy it, and if I spray this very conservatively, I don't have an issue. So this is a bottle I feel like it's going to take me quite a while to go through, because it's a 1-2 spray kind of fragrance, and that's it. And I don't really top this up throughout the day because that layering can become a little overwhelming. So it's going to be with me for a while, so I don't think I'll repurchase it, but we'll see whenever this bottle does empty. I mean, overall, I do like the scent. It's a really beautiful, earthy, woodsy scent with some floral skin musk aspects. I love this for like a cool morning. Think late winter, early spring. This is beautiful. I've already mentioned my love this season for the Musc Nude from Narciso Rodriguez, but for the spring season, I also wanted to revisit some of the other Narciso Rodriguez fragrances I have. Narciso Rodriguez for Her Forever. This was the 2023 fragrance from Narciso Rodriguez. Narciso Rodriguez for Her Fleur Musc, and the Narciso Rodriguez for Her Eau de Parfum. Of the 3, this is the one I use the least. I really enjoy it, but of the other 3 perfumes I had in my collection of Forever, Fleur Musc, and Musc Nude, I have to say I prefer these over the For Her Eau de Parfum. If I had to rank them, it's kind of like ranking children, but Musc Nude and Fleur Musc are really tied neck and neck. This is great when you want something creamy, very second skin light. Fleur Musc is great when you want a skin scent that is floral. This has got a really beautiful, what smells to me like a beautiful blend of peony and rose. Very fresh. Almost like walking into a a fresh garden filled with like rose bushes and hydrangeas. That's kind of like the mental image, blue hydrangeas. It's very light, it's very refreshing, it's very uplifting. This definitely shines in the spring season. Sometimes in the summer, this one can feel a little lost. It doesn't have that kind of summery taste that I like, but this is like a true spring perfume. In a way, it reminds me a bit of Jo Malone's Peony Blush Suede, but with a little bit more of that musky base. In the video where I reviewed Musc Nude, I mentioned that the Narciso Rodriguez for Her Forever smells like a really good blend of the original Eau de Toilette in the black bottle and the Eau de Parfum in the pink bottle. That being said, I tend to reach for this one more than this one just because I like the duality of this one. With all that being said, I still love Narciso Rodriguez for Her Eau de Parfum. It just currently wasn't one I reach for a lot, but it's one that I love having in my collection because it is just such a great, easy, everyday fragrance that you can wear any time of the year, any time of day. When it comes to layering my Narciso fragrances, I keep things pretty simple, and I normally use Japanese cherry blossom. This also layers extremely well with the MDCI Le Ravissante and Chloé Nomade. This is great for all of the Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. Lovely Dreamer, this is another really great scent to layer any of your Narciso Rodriguez fragrances with. If you want something newer, if you want to lean more into that springtime occasion, I love some of Bath & Body Works' new fragrances. One that I'm loving, and it's just springy and refreshing. This is Brightest Bloom, which is this year 2024's Mother's Day release. Fragrance notes of Lily of the Valley, Jasmine Samba, Garden Carnations, and fresh cedarwood. Grounded scent to wear anytime. And the other one I really love is from this year's wedding collection, Dressed in White. Fragrance notes of pear blossom, ivory, gardenia, satin woods. Incredible. If you like powdery floral with a little bit of a woody, musky base, check this out. I wish this was a little bit stronger. This could almost be like a really beautiful wedding perfume. This being a body spray, though, it doesn't have the best longevity. You're gonna get about an hour, maybe 2 hours out of this, and then refresh it. But if you're gonna put together like a little bridal basket or maybe like a bridesmaid's basket, this could be a really great addition. For a hair mist, I love using the Narciso Rodriguez for Her hair mist. This smells just like the original Eau de Toilette. It's a little bit more spicy than the Parfum in the pink bottle, but it layers extremely well with not just your Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, but any perfume that has a nice muskiness to it. The Narciso Rodriguez hair mist does really, really well. Speaking of musky scents, an affordable favorite, Jōvan's White Musk. Fresh and cheerful. If you don't know what to wear and you want something just fresh and easy going spring, summer, those warmer months, or if you want something any time of year that's great just to mist on when you get out of the shower, Jōvan White Musk is such a great scent. And to me, it smells like what I imagined the cast of like Party to Five would smell like. It's very quintessentially like 90s neutral, minimalistic. It's so beautiful. And this, I purchased this on Amazon for about $20, so very affordable as well. And this is one that you can layer with anything in your collection. Any scented body care, this can layer really well with, but I find it does exceptionally well with unscented body lotion or something like Hello Beautiful. Hello Beautiful is a clean, powdery floral scent notes of white gardenia, jasmine petals, magnolia blossom, pink nectarine, and cotton musk. Pair these two together, beautiful, fresh, out of the shower. You just used a really beautiful floral soap, and now you're just fresh and clean and ready to go about your clean girl era for the day. Two more musky scents I have in my collection that were also quite affordable, both from the brand of Finery. Finery is a brand that you can get at Target in the US. Unfortunately, only place I've seen anything Finery here in Canada is at Winners, and it was only 1 cent. They are available in an Eau de Parfum concentration and in a body mist. Honestly, do you need both? No. First one I purchased is the Finery I'm A Musk. If you compare it to something like the Jōvan White Musk, this has more of an element that reminds me of like something like the Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, except this doesn't have that same kind of synthetic bite that Not a Perfume can have. It's a perfume I really enjoy, more of like a hybrid between something like Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, and maybe another 13 from the Lavo. The body mist is the same thing, just a little bit softer. Standout from Finery finery that I really fell in love with. And it's fascinating because when I smelled this, I didn't really have anything I could associate the scent to. The only thing that kind of gave me an inkling of what it might be related to is the color of the bottle. Finery without a trace. The most beautiful, skin warmed by the sun scent, fresh, that just smells like your typical luxurious retreat body lotion. If you're gonna go to like a nice all-inclusive and they normally present you a nice tray, products to use while you're there, this has that similar feeling. And smelling that and going off of the color of the bottle, as well as one of my friends who loves this other perfume, I was thinking this could be a dupe for Fleur's Missing Person. Now I have to say, I have tried Fleur once or twice in store when I was visiting Sephora, and it just didn't really sit on my skin well. Falling in love with this, now seeing other people say the finery without a trace is a dupe for Fleur's Missing Person, when I run out of this, I would like to try at least a mini size of Missing Person from Fleur. If you're curious and you don't want to spend the Sephora pricing, check out the finery without a trace. It's a really beautiful scent. Next, I have a few carryover fragrances that were also in my winter tray, so we're gonna go through them really quickly. The first one is one of my favorites from Valentino, and this is the Valentino Donna Eau de Parfum. This was the predecessor to Donna Born in Roma, and this is just beautiful. You have the beautiful rock stud pattern all around the bottle. This is for anyone who likes that more cosmetic-y lipstick scent, and if you love this, it pairs extremely well with either Bath & Body Works Sweet Pea, Carried Away, which I have right here, or Butterfly. Carried Away has fragrance notes of lush raspberries, juicy pear nectar, white jasmine, and whipped vanilla. It works well in, I would say, spring. Summer, it might feel a little heavy unless you're gonna wear it at night. In the autumn, it's really good to wear. And in the winter, it's an excellent daytime scent. So this is Valentino Donna, one of my absolute favorites. Also from my winter tray, we have Guerlain's Le Petit Robe Noir. This is a beautiful cherry almond scent. It wears so well on the skin. It's such a well complemented fragrance, and you need such a small amount and it will stick with you all day long. Another compliment getter that I love, but I have to say, on the days it feels warmer, this might be a little too much. Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana. This is one that you need such a small amount. You don't need to spray a lot because a little goes a long way, and it really fetches compliments. If you want something that smells like fresh out of the oven lemon bars with a powdered sugar topping, this is your fragrance. It is beautiful. And I have to say, when I was in London, I got to smell a lot of really great niche perfumes, and there's a few that I've heard that are quite similar to this, like Acro Bake or Lyra from Xerjoff. I can see the similarities, but for me and to my nose and how they smell on my skin, Devotion is my favorite of the three. I have to say though, speaking of Xerjoff, I need Dama Bianca in my collection. It is stunning. I just have so much perfume. I don't need to buy more. But whenever I do, Dama Bianca from Xerjoff, really beautiful, powdered citrus vanilla, so beautiful, will be mine at some point. Also carried over from my winter tray, Flower Bomb by Viktor&Rolf. This is a really beautiful floral perfume. For me, this is one I do need to slightly overspray because it's one of those scents that my skin just kind of eats, and if I just spray a little bit, I can't even smell it, and no one around me ever seems to be able to smell it. So I do maybe maybe two sprays on each arm, and then 1, 2, and maybe one in the hair just for a little extra lasting power. But Flower Bomb is a classic. I really enjoy it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm getting bored with it because it doesn't excite me the way it used to. I enjoy it. I'm glad I have a bottle in my collection. I'm just not as excited by it as I once was. Victoria's Secret Bear, I mentioned this in the winter video as well. It's a really nice, easy sandalwood violet scent to wear around the house. It does have a slightly synthetic base in it, but it's by no means offensive. It's a really lovely, easy to wear scent. If you like things like Glossier You, Another 13, but you want something that's a little bit more floral, a little bit more on that feminine flirty side, Victoria's Secret Bear is a really nice one. I really enjoy it. This is a very special fragrance to me because it was gifted to me by a really close friend for my birthday. So Victoria's Secret Bear, it's really great, easy, everyday around the house fragrance. I feel like it suits cooler temperatures better, but I could see this easily being worn any time of year during the day. A perfume that I love day or night, anytime I just need a boost of happiness. Ariana Grande, Ari, so good. If I don't know what to wear, if I'm just having like a blah day, if I just want to feel better, just a spritz of Ariana Grande, whether it's on my person or if it's just something I kind of spray in the air and walk through, it's just a boost of happiness, and you can get this at some rather affordable prices online. An unexpected love from Ariana Grande, and this is one I purchased right before Christmas and it's lived in my bag since then. Mod Vanilla from Ariana Grande. This is a really beautiful, cozy vanilla skin scent with a slightly powdery floral sprinkled into it. I love this so much. The only complaint I have is I don't like the full size bottle. It comes in that weird kind of like egg shape that I just don't like. So for me, the travel size is my favorite. Smell it again though. It almost reminds me of a blend of something like maybe Xerjoff Lyra and Dama Bianca together, because it's got that baked good quality of Lyra, but it has that slightly powdery quality of Dama Bianca. I don't think it's a substitute for either, but I think they're all in that like similar family lineage. Really beautiful powdery vanilla scent. I will put this one away because this is me a little too heavy for the warm weather, but fall winter I cannot wait to use this again. Fragrance that I love, but I think I will put away for the summer season just because it can get a little heavy in hot weather. Burberry Her Elixir Creamy Strawberry Scent. To me, this is like the original Burberry for Her, but the strawberry and cream factor has really been pushed up and taken to the next level. On the skin, this for me lasts better and wears longer. It is such a cheerful fragrance, and if you really want to take that serotonin boost and go to the next level, pair your Burberry Her, whether it's the regular Her or the Her Elixir, with Bath & Body Works Strawberry Pound Cake. Oh my goodness, you are going to be in baked good heaven. This alone, Strawberry Pound Cake worn by itself, it is just happiness in a bottle. It is so cheerful and so happy. I keep the shower gel in my shower at all times because if I want to sail off to bedtime and just a really good mood, I will use Strawberry Pound Cake shower gel and I am just ready for sweet dreams. Another fragrance that is so fruity and I love it. This is Prada Candy Gloss. If I'm not mistaken, this was discontinued, but you can still find it for fairly affordable prices online. A sweet cherry scent. If you like the idea of La Petite Robe Noir from Grow On, but you want something a little bit lighter, a little bit more daytime, almost like the in-between a body spray and La Petite Robe Noir, Prada Candy Gloss is the fragrance. It's a sweet fragrance. It's not the most long-lasting, but it is so cheerful, and the bottle alone, this really beautiful pink, so happy. Okay, Ollie's Deja Vu White Flower number 57. When I want something that is floral but elevated, something that feels regal but still has some depth to combat some crisp cool air, this is one of my favorites. It gives me everything I love about wearing a floral dominant scent for warm weather, but on those nights where, you know, maybe we have a slightly warmer afternoon and at night when the sun goes down it's more chilly, this is such a great one because it's a white floral but the base has enough strength to stand up against cooler weather. It's not going to be that flower that gets kissed by the cold air and wilts. This is going to stay strong and it's going to last even when the weather is a little bit cooler. Perfume that makes me so happy, Jo Malone's Rose Blush. This has come out a few different times. The bottle I have is from the 2022 Rose collection, and it's just the most beautiful realistic rose. It's like that bouquet of roses that you get on Valentine's Day from someone special. It is so happy. It's so sweet. There is a slight green edge to it, almost like the leaves and the stem of the rose, but it is so beautiful. It's so cheerful. The only complaint I have, well, two complaints. One, it's Jo Malone. It doesn't last the longest. You are gonna have to retouch. And two, the little lettering on my bottle is starting to rub off, so I try to be very careful with how I hold it because I think the font on the bottle is so pretty. But this for the last 2 years has come out every January with the Roses collection. So fingers crossed they keep this fragrance coming out because it's really, really lovely. I haven't used a ton, but I like to keep it very, very sparse. So I'll do one spritz on my body and then layer it with the Bath and Body Works rose scent. And that just, it kind of keeps going throughout the day. That way my bottle will last me for a while. Another rose scent that I really like, and it's had to grow on me. At first, I was not a fan. This is something I foolishly blind bought strictly based on the name. And it took a little bit to grow on me. This is from Aerin. This is the Rose de Grasse Perfume, and this is a very traditional rose scent. You have all the parts of the rose. You have the flower bud, you have the stem, and then you have the leaves. But there's even something that's almost like the dirt the plant is growing out of. It's really, really fascinating. It's a very interesting olfactive scent journey. You go through like the entire growth cycle of the rose. It's really, really fascinating. It's really hard to explain, but I will say at first I was not a fan, but it's grown on me. And this is another one, 1-2 sprays max, and that's it. As you can see, like this is the full-size bottle. If you compare this to like the full-size Burberry bottle, it is tiny, and this was like $150. A little bit goes a long way. For a bedtime scent this month, I have just been head over heels in love with my Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely You. This is similar to the original Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker, but this almost takes a note from that Glossier You book. It's almost got that powdery iris that feels very cosmetic, but once it goes onto your body, it adapts, and it almost takes on a new scent profile every time you apply it, and it's so good. I have yet to try a fragrance from the Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely range of fragrances that I've been disappointed by. It's so good. Speaking of disappointment, I can't say I'm fully disappointed, but this doesn't live up to the expectation, the hype that I was wanting. This is Oscar de la Renta Bella Rosa. It's a nice scent. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's a rose that has a little bit of a base to it, and I want more because this almost sits between something like, oh, do I have anything here? I don't know. This almost reminds me of a slightly diluted version of Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. It's that kind of strong rose scent that you would want to wear at night, but it just doesn't have the base in it to stand up by itself. It's not bad. I purchased this when I was in the States at TJ Maxx for like $15, so I can't complain because I didn't spend a lot of money, but I just want more out of this perfume. Bonus, the bottle is really cute, and I don't know, I've smelled all the other Oscar de la Renta Bella fragrances, and I think they're pretty. They're just, I don't know if I'll be going forward with buying them because they just don't excite me like some of the other things do. I'd rather put that money towards things that do excite me. Last but not least, we have to talk about a sample I have been loving. If you've seen my London haul, you'll know I went a little crazy. I bought quite a few fragrances while I was there. Most of them I'm saving for the summer season because they are the perfect florals I love for the summer season, and I cannot wait to just spray them and enjoy them. But I also received a few fragrance samples, and I've got one that has really stood out to me, and I'm actively thinking about buying it. I shouldn't, but I want to. This is from the brand M. Micallef. This is from the Secrets of Love collection, and this is Eau Feminine. I have to spray someone. This is beautiful. This, to my nose, is the most perfect orange blossom scent. This takes those different facets of fragrances I love, like Killian's Love Don't Be Shy, Parfum de Marly Oriana, even the Jo Malone Rosewater Vanilla that I had and let go of. Sometimes with orange blossom, there is this thing that can be really headache inducing, really overwhelm me. But this takes all of that and transforms it into the most sophisticated yet tropical fragrance. You could wear it like this with a linen set. You could wear it like I'm wearing a linen shirt, and then you could pair it with like the matching short. You could wear it like that way for day. You could even dress this up to like a linen suit or a linen in a dress for dinner. It is so beautiful. And when I received this sample, I was actually going to the counter to smell Ylang and Gold, and I smelled that, and I liked Ylang and Gold, but it just didn't excite me. And the sales associate recommended this one. I fell in love. She let me know it hadn't released yet, but she gifted me the sample, and oh my goodness, it is beautiful. If you want a tropical floral scent, in my opinion, the most perfect orange blossom scent, this is it. Again, this is M. Mika Love, Secrets of Love, Eau Feminine. Include today's video of my spring fragrance tray. Let me know, have you tried any of these fragrances? Is there anything that you would like to try out for yourself going forward? Until next time, I hope you're taking care of yourself wherever it is you are in the world, and I will see you later. Bye, y'all.